Good morning. Welcome to my Tireside Chat. It is Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024. On my way to work. A little earlier than usual today. Felt like I needed a head start. My new sysadmin, Shaylin, who I hired, is making me look bad. She's too efficient. So, actually, yesterday and Monday, I didn't make it into the office until like 8 o'clock, which is late for me. Also, the past few days, my allergies have been acting up a little bit too. I was just kind of tired and groggy feeling all day yesterday. So, yeah. It's a constant struggle this time of year, although I feel like it's not as bad as last year was. I'm managing it a bit better with some different supplements, and I have a few not so great days here and there, but here, how about that shot? That's a little bit better. It's not just of the ceiling. Whatever. I'm not watching this for the special effects, are we? Enjoying my kind bar. Enjoying my coffee. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my coffee. Again with the movie references. You want a toe? I can get you a toe. There are ways, dude. I can get you a toe this afternoon. If you don't get that reference, I'm going, what the hell are you talking about, Robin? Why would you get a toe? It's Big Lebowski. Go look it up. If you haven't seen it, you're dead to me. If you haven't seen it at least 5 times, you're dead to me. Well, it's been a while since I've made one of these videos. What do we want to talk about? There's crypto. I'm going to talk about that. Out of all 3 of my fans, I think that might put 2 of you to sleep. What? Yeah, I haven't made one of these videos. It's been a couple weeks. For whatever reason, just haven't felt like it. I don't know. I don't have any major things to talk about. It was Kai Ray's birthday yesterday, which is why it was so easy for me to remember that today is April 3rd. She's 19, which is crazy. Even Dean was, I guess Danielle was walking him to school, and Dean was telling Danielle, it's crazy that my sister's 19. I'm going to be 13 soon. Yeah, we're all getting older. That's the way the world works. That's how it works. Yep, I just turned 45. So I'm always talking with my mouth full here. Let's see, what else can we talk about? I posted on Facebook this morning that Joe Dart 2 Music Man bass. I didn't list it on Marketplace, but I think I want to sell it. Yeah, it kills me that it's only got 4 strings. I really like that bass, but man, I just need a 5-string. Like half the time, it just doesn't cut it. You gotta have that low B string. I'm so used to it, having it on my fretless. Some songs, it just It just hits having that low B. So after I bought that bass, I was like, man, that was super cool, and I had the money. And Danielle kind of rolled her eyes at me for spending that much money on an instrument. But I've had it for a year or so now, and I've played it quite a bit, and I played it at a gig or two. And I'm like, okay, I could say that I had it. I have pictures and video of me playing it. I'm content to, if I sold it and got at least what I paid for it, which was like $2,300. Retail is like $2,700 for that bass. But if I could sell it, after I bought it, I think I went to Guitar Center at one point and was just there messing around, looking at basses and drums and guitars and whatever, like I usually do when I go to Guitar Center, and hang out for an hour or so. But I was looking at some other basses there. I think it was some of the other music bands that are like in the $800 to $1,200 range. Thinking, man, these sound about as good, and they're half the price or less. That bass I was just paying for a collector's item. I mean, yeah, it's an awesome bass, and it sounds great, and it's really well made. It's probably worth the money, but you can get something that's not as flashy, that sounds just as good and has a fifth string for a lot less money. Or I could do something else with the rest of that money. Just stick it in the safe, Not that I have a safe. I've said too much. Bury it in the backyard. I've said too much. Yeah, buy another guitar. I did buy a reverb pedal. I should know the model number and all that stuff. It's Boss. I know that much. But it was a reverb pedal. I thought, man, because I've been playing my bass, I've got my setup at home. I have like my bass rig sitting next to my guitar amp, and I've got like a string of pedals. It's like 3 or 4 pedals. It was 3, so I had a tube pedal, which adds a little distortion. It can add a lot of distortion, and I can turn that on or off whether or not I'm playing. I plug in the guitar or my bass or an acoustic, whatever. Gives it a different sound. And so that, and then I have a bass compressor pedal, and then I have the chorus pedal. And then the chorus pedal is the stereo output, so I'll have like one going to one amp and the other going to the other amp. And with the chorus, it's really cool between the 2 amps. You get like this wave effect. It like goes back and forth. But what I realized was like playing my bass through it, which the bass is my bass going through my guitar amp, which is a big no-no normally. But I don't turn the guitar amp past 3 out of 10, so it's quiet. So I'm not at risk of damaging the guitar amp. But I noticed the guitar amp has built-in reverb, and I had the reverb turned on. I'm like, man, the reverb on my bass sounds really cool. I don't have that on the bass amp. Like, why have I never had that? Like, I think I just need a reverb pedal, like a little bit of reverb on the bass. And I think about it, and I go back and like listen to Jocko or some other cool bass players. And you listen to their basses, and it sounds like they have a little bit of reverb effect. Or maybe I'm just thinking of like a live performance where they were in a concert hall or something, and it was just reverberating. It was reverb. It was natural reverb versus what you get out of a pedal or your amp, So, but I was like, I think that would really top things off, be the icing on the cake. So I went up and bought a reverb pedal, and Yeah, that one is one I got. It's cool. It's actually got, so it also has stereo outputs, and then it's got like 8 different settings on one little tiny knob for different types of reverb, and even has a digital delay, and you can change the latency with another knob. I mean, yeah, it's just a regular sized little guitar pedal, but it's like $100, and it's great. And it sounds awesome. And then like I got that Ibanez acoustic 6-string too, and playing that through it. Man, it sounds so cool with that, and the chorus pedal on the 2 amps. I just need a band to play with now, you know. I started playing with my buddies Taylor and Ben Batita, but Ben Batita is in like 17 other bands and never has time to do anything with us, and he's busy with work all the time. You know, Taylor and I guess we just need to get another guitar player that's as good, or you know, even close to being as good as Ben Batita, which I don't know, those are probably few and far between, because he's pretty damn good. You know, someone else that's available that could jam with us. I kind of miss being in a band at this point. I really like the idea of our band. I guess I need to text him and see what we were talking about. Hopefully getting together again in the next week or so. But it would be nice if we could make it like a regular weekly thing. And I don't know if we're going to do any gigs. We're only really doing like cover songs at this point. But if we had a list, if we turned it into like the Tough Love thing, where we had, you know, 80% of our playlist is obscure covers. Well, so it's like, what, 60% is obscure covers, 20% are fairly well-known covers, and then the other 20% are originals. That would be a band that I wouldn't mind gigging with. I think, you know, we could do gigs at the Gazebo or something. Which actually I know Ben would be all in for, because you know, it's only like a 3-piece band. We do those gigs, and you know, like playing at Gazebo, that's an easy, it's just like a glorified practice, and you can take the families there, and there's food and there's beer if you're into that sort of thing. And they usually pay us like $350, which split amongst, you know, 3 people is that's, you know, it's not bad for just going and showing up and playing music and having fun. And then yeah, free drinks. Or playing it, I mean, if you wanted to be, I don't know, yeah, see, it would just be kind of like a mess around thing. So you get gigs at Goldstein's or Fulton 55 or some of those other places around the Tower District or whatever. And those pay too, but I'm not in it for the money at this point, and I don't think Taylor would be either. Shoot, you could just, what would be nice is to, I'd really like to have a practice space other than my house, where we could just leave the stuff all the time, all our equipment. I have my drums at home. I don't have room to put them anywhere. They're just stacked up in my bedroom at this point, which sucks. I had them in Kaya Ray's room, but that was before she moved back in with us full time, and so she needed all that space in her bedroom when she moved back. Brought all of her stuff from her mom's house, so I put the drums away in my room. I had them like set up in there for a little while, and my room's just not big enough to have them set up to where we could play them. So I don't know, but I mean, the only other space I could put them is out in the living room, and yeah, that's just obnoxious at that point, because I'm already taking over half of the living room the back side of it with my my office, and then I've got all my musical equipment and stuff back there, and the treadmill, which Danielle uses the treadmill, but other than that, it's like all my stuff gradually taking over the living room, and that was kind of the boundary, was the couch. You know, it's behind the couch, that whole area back there that we have, that's like the expansion part of our living room. That's become my area. I have like my own, it's not like really a man cave, but it's an office. I use it for work too. And then I've even got a workbench there when I'm working on computers to sell or something like that. Or I'm, you know, repairing some for friends or something like that. But anyways, the only place I'd have for the drums is like right next to the TV. There is a spot there, but yeah, if I was a bachelor and I had all that extra room, I just need a bigger house. That's the answer. We just need a 4-bedroom house, or a tough shed in the backyard that's a practice space. But I've got that swimming pool now that's taking up the whole backyard. So I also want to have a tiny home in the backyard that I could rent out. So yeah, you know, all these things that I want. It's nice to want things, and it's good to have goals. Maybe someday we'll do some of those things. But anyways, it would be nice to have. I haven't played my drums in, gosh, yeah, it's been like 8 months. I was playing them like almost every day there for a while, but I mean, I've got back into, I'm playing my bass, at least my bass and or guitars at least, you know, a couple hours a week now, which is more than I was doing, sadly. But it'd be nice to play regularly with a band again. So I don't know, we'll see. Okay, I'm at work. I'm gonna get up and get some stuff done. Have a good day. Good talking to you once again. Bye-bye.